Hey, it's time for a day in the life with us. Well, I'm starting this video late. It is now 11:55 in the morning. What have you been doing all day, Dee? Well, I got up, I went to church, went to mass, got my ashes. I filmed a video, the rest of my Galentine Day video, which you've already seen. Make sure you get to check it. There is a good recipe and there's a giveaway on that. But today I'm trying something new. I mentioned it in my weigh-in video, since it's Ash Wednesday, which is a day of fast and abstinence for meat for us. I normally have 2 small meals and dinner, which is, I always say I fast all the time. I'm on Weight Watchers. I fast all the time. I normally have there's Bailey, a piece of toast for breakfast, and usually a salad at lunch. But I'm trying to completely fast. Just have dinner. We'll see. It's now, I've almost made it till noontime. So I have about 4 or 5 more hours to dinner. I'm making pasta fazool, so we'll make that together. Even though I've already done it on the channel, but we need to do something on this video, right? I could have filmed tomorrow, but I would have uploaded on Friday, and I have trying to do my food finds for Friday, so we're just gonna hang out. I don't have anywhere to go. No, I'm not going out today, so we're just gonna hang out. Bailey. There he is. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a day in our life. I got a haircut last week. Don't I look sweet? I'm real. Look at, he is a little bit of a camera hog, isn't he? But we're going to hang out, make some. Now, I'm undecided. Now, growing up, we always had pasta fazool. Pasta fagioli, however you say. We say fazool. I should put fazool in the title. See if it confuses anyone. My mom made it like a thick, stewish kind of way. I prefer it more like a soup, but we'll see. I gotta see if I have everything. Watch, I don't. I didn't check. Well, worst case scenario, I'm telling you, it's such a good savor is to have some dried beans in the house, because I can make beans whenever I want. I usually use canned. Rinse them, they're fine. Depends. Sometimes I use elbows, sometimes I use shells. Depends on what pasta I have around. I know I have the tomato product. Italian girl always has her crushed tomatoes and tomatoes down in the pantry. It's whether I have the beans and the type of pasta. It doesn't matter. Like, my mother always made shells. To me, it doesn't matter. I make whatever I have. I have to go down and see. So what we're going to get all that together. We will make some pasta fagioli, pasta fazool. Like I said, you can, maybe I could try to explain how to make it 2 different ways. Because like I said, sometimes we would just make enough sauce. We'd add the pasta, and the pasta would just be like a bowl of pasta. And then I've been making it lately where it's soupy. Just depends on like I said, just depends on my mood. Some days I like it one way, sometimes I like it the other. Now, growing up, my mother always made it with chickpeas. I know I have those. They never got soft. So it's kind of like always eating a hard bean, where I like the cannellini beans or the white kidney beans. They're much more creamier. They're just better tasting. I hear it. My forehead's dirty. Look at the white. So will we know what I'm eating today? Well, I'll show you dinner. And we're actually going to cook today. Wow. It took a fast day for me to show you to make dinner, because I have not made a dinner on a vlog in quite a long time. It's kind of like my vacation day. But we'll see how it goes. So far so good. I was going to go out for a walk, but it's so cold. Oh my gosh, my toes are cold. I'm freezing. I did get a tea. I am drinking unsweetened green tea. Girl needs her caffeine, so I need to get through this day. So we were going to get started on our soup. And I don't know how long we want it to cook. Well, let me go see. Let me go see if I have everything. Because if not, we're gonna make some beans. Let's see what we have in the pantry. Well, lo and behold, we don't have the white beans, and I am not using chickpeas. Not doing it. But When you have a well-stocked pantry and you keep some dried beans, you can have regular beans if you have an Instant Pot at almost a moment's notice. It'll take about 45 minutes. We will have perfectly cooked beans. So I'm undecided how much beans to add. So the easier one, well, I usually do 2 cans, which are 16 ounces, but not 2 cups. Remember, ounces aren't cups. I always said probably 1.5 cups of beans. So we should just do 2 cups. Honestly, if I make too many beans, then we just have too many beans. You know? So we're going to put, it's my 1/2 cupper. I'm going to put, let's see. I feel like a cup would probably be, we're going to do a cup. I think a cup is plenty. I'm going to take these over, I'm going to rinse them off, and then I'm going to fill them with about 1 inch over the beans. Repeat after me. I'm going to rinse our beans off and then put cold water to about 1 inch over where the beans fall in the Instant Pot. Like I said, I wish I had a smaller Instant Pot. This is an 8-quart. Honestly, a 4 would be great. 6 might be even. I got 8 because I always wanted a bigger air fryer. So I thought, oh, when I went for Instant Pot, I'm going to get a big Instant Pot. Bigger air fryer, smaller Instant Pot. So like I said, I mean, it does the job. It just takes a little longer because it's just bigger. But yeah, if you're in the market for an Instant Pot, get smaller. Just word of advice. So I'm going to go rinse these off, fill about 1 inch above it, and we're going to get started. We hit the bean. I will show you the bean setting, and it's usually about 45 minutes. And in 45 minutes, like I said, it's still early. We have plenty of time. So always pays to have a well-stocked pantry. All right, there you can see our beans. And these are, I believe, small white navy beans. You have that about 1 inch. There's the water. The line right there, right above that. So we're going to put the lid on and close the valve. All right, see where it says bean chili? There you go, 50 minutes. It will ding us. I usually let it naturally release for about 10 minutes, and then we will drain our beans and add them to our pasta fagioli, pasta fazool, pasta and beans, whatever you want to call it. All right, we have our crushed tomatoes. You can use tomato sauce. I use either one. To me, they're interchangeable. I'm using elbows because that's what I have. I have my oregano, my basil, fresh garlic, dry parsley, and an onion. And there's a few other things. Water we're going to need, and that might be it. So we're just going to let these beans cook. I also promised pickled mushrooms. I remembered that when I was getting my onion. I'm like, there's the mushrooms. So we're going to get these in a bowl of water and clean them. That is it. That's what the recipe people have said. You clean them because you don't normally clean mushrooms in water. You usually don't. Then we're going to get our pickling brine and just pour it over the mushrooms. And you've seen me make the pickle brine before. It's the same pickle brine as last week. So we're going to make that, and we're going to pour it right over the pickles in the jar. All right, we got our pickling heating up. We have our mushrooms. I just rinsed them really well. These were actually really dirty. It's shocking because I've not seen mushrooms this dirty in a long time. So I rinsed them off under the water to get all that dirt off. I put them in a large jar with the garlic. So once this comes to a boil and that salt is diluted or dissolved, I'm going to put it over this sink and we're going to pour it in because you know how happened last time. It was all over the place, but we're going to be smart about it this time. Beans are 33 minutes left. So once that comes to a boil, I will get those over and then we'll get the dog out. All right, I know it's a little bit dangerous to have it next to the sudsy water, but you know what? I live on the edge. I have my funnel in there. I'm going to pour a little bit. Yeah, I better do this with both hands. But you get the idea. There we go. We're just going to have to, these mushrooms are like light. I guess they're, so maybe that's why you boil them. I'm not boiling mine first. A lot of recipes said to boil them, but Lori said I didn't have to, so I'm taking her word for it. We'll see. So I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm just going to shake these around. I know you shouldn't put a lid on things that are hot, but you know, I like to live on the edge. I'm just going to let it on the side and just roll it around here. let those mushrooms absorb all that pickling juice. And we'll check on them in a little bit. Now, time to take the dog out. By that time, hopefully the beans will be almost done. All right, you're about to see the cutest dog ever. Sit down. He has his coat on. Timmy bought him this coat for Christmas maybe a couple years ago. It is his little hood. I have a bone, that's why. He just came in for a walk. But look how cute. He has little pockets in the back. Got a little hood. But when it's really cold or his hair is really short, we call this his winter parka. It's his warmest thing that he has. And he does look adorable. I agree. So we're just getting from our walk. It's windy out there. Oh my goodness. But yeah. All right, gonna take about a few minutes. I have a video going up, a little special Galentine's Day video. Beans are done. They could just instant release. It's fine. I don't have to worry about them. So I'm going to sit here, chit chat with you guys, as I love to do. I love doing what do you call premiere videos with you and chit chat. It's a special video. It's a thank you video for everything and a giveaway. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video, you better go watch and enter the contest. Enter the giveaway. It's not a contest. Enter the giveaway because 2 lucky winners will be winning a prize. A good prize, too. Good prizes, I should say. So I'm going to go do my chit-chat, drink my water. Let me tell you something. It's almost 1:30. I haven't eaten anything, and I'm hungry. Yeah. I'm hungry. I've been up since after 7, so I'm getting hangry. I feel all right, though. I mean, other than my stomach and just wanting to eat, I don't feel lightheaded or anything. So if I did, I would definitely eat. But, I'm doing good. We'll see. How about we do? And if we do this, and if we decide to do this again, we'll see. Peter's like, what's the point, Mom? He's trying to throw it away. But I have to do glam squat. I'm not sure I'm going to feel up to that with not eating. Because it's never good to not eat and exercise like that. It's not healthy. So, well, I will see you back. We will get to making the pasta fazool. All right, let's start our pasta fazool. Pasta fagioli, whatever you say it. Now, I've done this recipe before. It is already on dishwithd.org. It's on the original site. I've done this many years ago. I like to try to do all my Italian, I call them my Italian heritage recipes, like things that are from my childhood that I definitely wanted to immortalize on film. So, if the boys ever wanted it someday, or my niece, it's all done for them. They can go to there, they can get it, and they can have it, and they can, So this is it's going to be more of a soup type one. It's going to be very liquidy. Again, you can make it thinner, add less water. Or throw your pasta in it, and the pasta will suck it up. But I'm just going to chop my onion and my garlic and get that sauteing with a little olive oil, because everything tastes better with a little olive oil. But it's a very low point soup, because it's just tomato based. So there really isn't a lot of fat in it. And there's beans, which if you're on Weight Watchers, we know are 0 points. And basically, let's count the pasta. And I am not doing gluten-free pasta because this is my favorite soup, and I'm having it the traditional way with the best tasting semolina pasta. I did have elbows. I did not have shells. I prefer shells. If you'd say which one do you prefer more, I would say shells. Or ditalini is really good too. That's little ditalini is a little itty bitty, looks like tubes. So, all right, let's get you down because you might want to watch me chop. I hear a lot of people like watching chopping. So, all right, I just did the onion. So that is in. We're going to grab some garlic. And yes, I still have my garlic keeper. It's still doing good. Now, I do not chop garlic the traditional way. Let's slide out of the way here. Open up my trash can. That's why I love keeping the trash right next to where I chop, because it's just a chop and drop. Of course, this is in the way. Just went dark, there we go. I like to put the garlic over the trash and get rid of that skin. So yeah, I will have the recipe linked that's already on the old recipe blog. There's no sense me retyping it because it's already done. Okay. Now, you could put as many cloves of garlic as you want. You know, depending on the size. All right. Now, the best way everybody tells you is to put your knife to the side and just slam down with your fist. So you're breaking it, and it just kind of loosens up what they call the skin. Doesn't always work. Not always, but sometimes it does. So that is, the easiest way to chop your garlic. So yeah, that's the way they do it. And sometimes I cut that little nibby bit off because, I probably wouldn't see it in there, but, I know it's there, so I'd be the one that probably gets it. So we'll just get that off. Just the slightest end. Just be careful you don't hit that blade. Or you can use pre-chopped garlic. You know me, I have both. Because some days you just don't feel like smelling like garlic. I'll grab another clove because I think the recipe calls for 2 cloves, and I'm going to put in 4 cloves. Or you can do this. You want to hit that little nubby part and pull it. You also will peel the skin off as well. I know, I'll dull my knife out. And you chop it. Curled fingers. Nothing tastes as good as fresh garlic, I will tell you that. The pre-chopped one, it comes in handy, but honestly, there's not a lot of flavor in it. Unless you get the one that's packed in olive oil. That's really a good one. That one was probably my favorite. There we go. All right. Let's get this going. Throw that in there, in the tub with the onions. And we'll grab our oil, and we will start sauteing. Do I have a garlic one? That's lemon. There we go. Just a nice glug, over a tablespoon. And we will saute this till it is translucent. Then we're going to put in the tomatoes and our seasonings. We're going to put our seasoning in. Like I said, everything will be on dishwithd.com. But it calls for basil, oregano, and parsley. Now, I do put hot pepper flakes in. I put it in when I'm sauteing. Oh, I need more oregano. When I'm sauteing the onions and garlic, as soon as that gets a little more fragrant, this way they will, it'll toast the red pepper flakes. It's not spicy. Trust me when I tell you, it just adds something a little bit extra. That, honestly, I think is extremely well needed. Where's my pepper, my fun pepper that I got? Oh, here it is. I love this pepper. It is called it's Lizzie's Kitchen Seasoned Pepper Seasoning. There's all different kinds of black pepper in there. I just think it's really good. So I'm just going to give it a shake so everything is mixed. And I'm actually going to put some, freshly ground pepper too. A little bit of that. Whoops. Appreciate me. I tell you all the time, fresh is best. Okay. And some, sorry for my reach, salt. You always adjust the seasonings to everybody's liking. Just want to get it some in there. So keep sauteing this, and I'll be back when the onions and garlic are ready. All right, see they're just translucent. Don't let them go too long or your garlic will burn. A little bit of red pepper flakes. It's not a lot, trust me when I tell you. Saute that up, get that nice and toasted. Now I'm going to put my seasonings in because I want those all to toast as well. That will help bring out their flavor. Just a quick. I'm going to dump in my can of tomatoes. I'll be right back. We lowered our heat. We're going to dump our tomatoes. Okay. Sorry it's very loud. This is the hot pan. And our water. All right. And let's give it a stir. We're going to bring this back up to a low simmer. I'm going to rinse out that can because I'm not wasting what's in that can. It was only a few seconds. I'm going to transfer the beans over with a slotted spoon. Now, if you were using canned, you would just put them in right now too. But since we are just using our beans that we made, put them in. Like I said, everything is on dish with D. I might have added a little bit more beans, but that's just me. I like a lot, especially these. I love these beans. Honestly, I could do without the pasta and just eat beans. All of the beans. See, it's very soupy. Like I said, everything is on dishwithd.org. We'll hook you up with all the spices. It was parsley, oregano, and basil, salt and pepper. The red pepper flakes, if you don't, honestly, it's not going to make it spicy. People automatically think we should put red pepper flakes in things. It makes it spicy. Well, if you don't use a lot of it, it doesn't. It just gives it a nice little flavor. And when you toast your spices like that, so good. All right. And then after this comes to a simmer, we're going to add this secret ingredient. Parmesan cheese. Yes. Now, if you wanted to save it for the top, you could, but a little bit of Parmesan in there, never going to hurt anybody. This is a great meal for a meatless Monday. Like I said, if you didn't want to be soupy like, you could omit most of the water, but you would be surprised, like, all that water, there was, I think, 5 cups, I think, I put in there. It doesn't taste like it has great flavor. Like, you think, oh, it's probably going to taste watery. It shockingly doesn't. And this is not in my, like I said, my mother had the original recipe. This is not my mother's original recipe. This is something I had gotten after I got married because I wanted more of a soupy. And once you go to the Olive Garden, I know, an Italian who talks about the Olive Garden. I'm probably the only Italian you know who likes the Olive Garden. But when I tasted theirs, I'm like, I want that. But they have meat in theirs. We don't. But you could put meat. It would be good. So I'm going to let this come to a slow simmer. And then we'll come back and we'll put the cheese in. And then we'll cook the pasta. And then I'm finally going to eat. Let me give you a close-up. it's starting to simmer. We're going to add our Parmesan cheese, 1/3 cup, and this should simmer for 1 hour. And when it gets close to the 1 hour, we're going to put our pasta on to boil. I do not cook the pasta in here. I cook it on the side, because if you did, it would suck up all the delicious broth that we just created. Let's see if I can, whoop, get cleaned up like that. Wish I had smell-o-vision. If I could find the link to where I found this at many years ago, I think I printed this in 2008. So if I could find that link, I will definitely just link it. It might be easier. So I don't know if I put it in my website exactly like this. I don't know. We'll see. All right, the pasta is bubbling away, and like I said, I have elbows. Now, if you wanted to drain it and then put it inside, you could. We like to keep it on the side and control it, but it's totally up to you. You could definitely put it in if you want. I like to keep it soupy, so I like to keep the pasta on the side. But I'm going to drain this, put it back in the pot, and then dish me up a bowl of this deliciousness. And there you have the finished soup. 1 cup of noodles and as much of the soup base as you like. Because it's 0 points, it says beans. Unless you have to count beans, then you'd have to figure it out. But the soup base is 0. Just have to count my pasta for 6 points. And I'm going to put a little cheese on top. And that is going to be dinner tonight. Before we end this video, we're going to taste our mushrooms. I put them in the fridge a little while ago after they cooled completely. Let's see. Now, my only fear is they're going to have needed to have been cooked. But I didn't cook them, so. There they are. They're good. Now, then I've had pickled mushrooms and they were tougher. Like, I wonder if boiling them would have toughened them a little bit. I'll have to research that. Maybe there's somewhere that why you boil them, but these are good. I'm happy. So, success with the mushrooms. So, I like using this jar because it's nice and big and I get to shake them all around. But that is it for me in this day in the life of me, and just have finished my dinner 2 seconds ago when I went to try my mushroom. So I'm done eating for the day. Unfortunately. Very low point day for me. My probably did have a pack of Weight Watchers little rice cakes for 2 points. It was like an 9 point day. How do people do it? I don't know. I'm rethinking the fasting. We'll see. It's hard. It's hard. So. But if you let me know in the comment section what you thought of this soup. Or like I said, you could, if you added the pasta in to there, it would suck up some of that. So it would be more like a pasta dish versus a soup. I wanted it to be soupy. But that is it. I will, hopefully if I can find that link to that recipe, I will put that in the description box below. Because my mother's, I don't know if they ever made hers, but this is one I've been making for a long time. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know a big old thumbs up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D, where we dish our life. And I hope you enjoy it. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later, Gators.